this video we are going to be going through the brand new Lewis Hamilton time trial challenge that has been added to Gran Turismo Sport as a paid DLC. And in this first part of the series we're going to try and beat the first time that he set. So I'm going to go out of the garage here, into campaign. There it is, we're going to go into that right now. A mode where you can try your hand at breaking some of Lewis Hamilton's records. So he's pretty fast, I'll give him that. I had a look before, and now we're going to see how we stack up against him after a while. So there it is. So the first lap time that we need to beat is at the Dragon Trail Seaside Circuit with the AMG GT3 of Mercedes-Benz. We're gonna go into that. One lap. Lewis Hamilton's time that we need to beat is a 1:37.094, and to get a gold is 38. So he's 1 second faster than the gold. So here we go, we're going to go in. Yeah, this is how we're going to be doing it, just going track by track for each episode or live stream. And the way it's going to work now, we're going to load into the track, we're going to have a look at Lewis's lap, see how he gets the corners, see the times of the top 10 as well, and then try it ourselves. So here we go. This is going to be Lewis's lap. Put telemetry on. So he stays in 5th gear. Breaks at 150 meter mark. Goes into 2nd for that first chicane. Pretty much just drags through the gears like you usually would in the Mercedes. Slightly there on the fast right. Go down. See, Lewis isn't really using quite as much of the curb as many of the top players would, but considering he is the maestro of GT Sport, he's still doing a pretty good job. See that there's fast left right-handers holding the inside. I'm not changing to 6th, so that's interesting. Usually when I drive this car I don't tend to drag the 5th gear too much, but it seems like he's made a different choice. 4th gear goes into 5th, takes off slightly in 4th to get through that chicane. Gets it through nice and easy without hitting any of the barriers, goes into 5th. Brakes before the 100 meter mark, then holds the inside here in 2nd. So there we go. That's nice. That's a lap. Lewis Hamilton at Dragon Trail Seaside. It's great to see him do a lap. The first guys, you go off the first 10. Have a look. Thank you, cars. Thank you very much. I'm happy I got that. So, hey Sard, more understeer because no BOP. I see. So, probably no BOP. Default setting. Yeah, it shouldn't be too much different from what I've experienced previously, but yeah, if we have to get used to it, we'll get used to it. Hi Zico. Finish all your money before you gold them all, because you get 20 million for gold and you get... Oh, so you mean like to spend it? Because what is it, they've increased the monetary cap or the credit cap to about 100 million now, so yeah, there's still plenty of room for some credits there. There we go. Controller thing. We're going to use traction 0, of course. and we're gonna get right into this. Hi Antimix, welcome. Let me play this here. Yeah, everyone's welcome. Currently neck and neck with Lewis. This is our first lap. For me, this is actually the first time I've gotten back on the rig since Monaco, so maybe a tiny bit rusty. Yeah, so far we're only a tenth behind Lewis. See if we can catch him up now. Through here. We actually lost a bit. What happened? Oh no! I hit the wall. There you go. Hi Judoka. Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you again, mate. Will I race on Saturday? Yes, I will. No break for me. I'm just gonna keep pushing the limit, doing my best, and just keep proving people that are...
That's a great time.
Oh, there you go. Lewis says that's a great time. There's definitely more time in this for sure, so we're going to try that again. And yeah, see how it goes this time around. I was starting to get used to the car. Hi Feker. Nice to see you too. The car does feel a little different, and I remember it. As you guys are saying, the BOP is off, so it's not quite as close as the version that I'm using at the manufacturer series, but it still does feel kind of similar. Better exit than the Maestro. Currently almost 2/10 in front. Yeah, I can see what you guys were saying about it being a bit more understeery. I can definitely feel that. Well, yeah, there you go. So the chicane, that's gonna where we're gonna have to focus on a bit to try and catch Lewis. You see, that's the second mistake I've made there. There you go. Hey Dimitarko.
Wow, I'm impressed.
Oscar, and we got the gold. And we managed to impress Lewis Hamilton on that lap. Yeah, it's because of... Yeah, I just noticed like Grazie, or Grazie, Mr. Liberty, thank you still. But thanks for pointing that out. It feels it does feel a bit more different than I'm used to. A lot faster in a straight line because of that extra, what, 7% of power? Get used to it. We can definitely beat his time. There we go. Lead. It's how you drive the GT3 car. He's very patient on the exits. Oh, and there it is again. Okay. So, the reason why I'm just flying off that curb right there is coming out of that chicane is just because my steering wheel isn't straight. If you have your steering wheel turned and you're accelerating over that curb,
Don't sweat it. You'll get there. Just keep pushing.
yeah, there you go. Just keep pushing up. The thing is that my wheel is turned while I'm going over that chicane, so it's not dealing. The tires aren't dealing with the curb as effectively as you would when you just have them straight. That way you can just let the suspension do its thing. You don't have to worry about putting stress on the car. So you have to get used to straightening up the wheel in the exit. It feels really really risky if you do that, but it is faster once you get the hang of it. There we go. So 4/10 up on Lewis. Now we need to make sure we don't get this chicane wrong like we did the previous times. Yeah, there it is again. So next lap. Next lap, I don't know. Well, we'll just take off there. Simply just go really slow. But yeah, the problem seems to be quite a lot of understeer. You have to time the turn in perfectly, just so that you
Don't
just
sweat
miss
it.
the
You'll
right.
get there. Just keep pushing.
You see, he's saying it again. Hopefully this time we can beat him. Hey B Racer, nice to see you again. Just testing out the new DLC for Gran Turismo Sport. Includes the Maestro. Yeah, so I don't hit it again. Oh, wow, the car just doesn't like that right curb. Basically, I had the wheel a bit more straightened up this time, but it's a lot harsher than I remember that part of the track to be. This from the semi-final. Nah.
Don't sweat it. You'll get there. Just keep pushing.
The thing is that in that semi-final B race that I did, it felt like the car was absorbing the curbs a lot easier. Like in general, the curbs were not quite as harsh when I had a practice of the combination at home. Maybe the suspension is stiffer here. That's why I wasn't able to deal with it that well. get there. It's just we need to figure that part of the track out. It's definitely a beatable time. The car is very stable in the braking, I can say that much. You can brake late and your turn-in should be fine. The only major problem that you would have with the current setup of the car is dealing with curbs. Yeah, that's a lot better. Well, you see we're losing to Lewis there, so. The problem with this car, I'd say, is just basically the understeer. Every now and then, when you turn in, it gets the job done. But when you have to do that for like longer durations of time, like for a duration of a long sustained corner, it's not going to be able to make it as quick.
Where did that come from? Mega that.
So there we go, we beat Lewis. Let's see where we stand on the leaderboard. I'm pretty sure we're not top 10 quite yet. Yeah, so we're not top 10. Half a second away from the 10th guy, but there we go. We managed to beat Lewis Hamilton in the very first event, let's say time trial lap of his challenge. So let's try another track. Move on. Driving with the driving with the best, eh? Okay. So this is the second challenge. It's at the Autodrome Lago Maggiore, also with the AMG GT3 car. Again, we'll be driving with the Mercedes. It is quite a challenging track with the Mercedes. So yeah, not the perfect car for it, but it's still a great track nonetheless. Let's have a look at his lap. So far all the aliens beat Lewis. Don't worry, Dimitra, you can beat it too, for sure. You just need to practice enough. That's what Lewis says. You just need to just follow where he drives, pretty much. So we're going to restart this for a second. See where he brakes for the first corner. 100-meter mark. Just drop it down a second. Clips the apex nicely on the left. Holds the inside. Doesn't use quite as much curb at first. Go third. He's not hanging on the right there to get a better apex, but yeah, still pretty good. Don't think of getting this DLC. Well, that's your choice, Dimitra. I respect that. So he brakes on the curve on the left just after it finishes, drops down into third, holds the inside on the exit, goes into fourth here. Yeah. What's he doing fourth? It really isn't pushing the track limits at all, like FIA Gran Turismo regulars would, so it really is keeping to those strict limits. Nice to see. I think it's worth it, Dimitra. I'd say that much. Yeah. Like, you can't get this anywhere else. You're gonna be you're racing against the times of an F1 champion. No, sorry, a 6-time F1 champion. And if you're able to match him, that should feel really good. I mean, to be fair, probably Lewis isn't giving his full potential, but still, you're able to keep driving as fast as an F1 world champion in Gran Turismo Sport. That's got to mean something. It makes you feel good about yourself, wouldn't it? So you're getting it because you're getting. Well, I don't seem to have that problem, Antimix. I've got 20 million, and that 1 million that I got from Yeah, it doesn't add on to the total, so it seems like 20 million is still the max. But yeah, say it one more time and you will convince me. You're going to, if you beat a 6-time Formula One world champion, you will feel good about yourself. So yeah, I think that this is worth it. For me, I feel like it's worth it so far. Just being able to compare my times with Lewis, with the maestro of GT Sport, that's a big thing for me. Let's see if we get his time now. Oh, so there's the understeer. We all know and love this car. Yeah, hi Andrew, thank you very much. Thank you. Stay in third here. Very patient on the acceleration. Just push out in third. Brake in the middle of this curve on the left. But try and get your turn in a bit earlier. Stay on the limit, don't exceed them. Unlike I just did. Just carry that momentum up the hill. Yeah. I'm just gonna get this to try. Well, I watched his lap for the Nürburgring lap. I was even there in Monaco to witness Kazunori, the creator, give it a try himself, and he didn't do too bad of a time. Like, his driving was pretty good, but I think there is some room to improve. Like, you guys will see if I get to it, how hard it will be. Because sure, the Salvo is just, it's got all that power on tap, and it is really difficult sometimes to have a hang with that rear end.
Where did that come from? Mega that.
There you go. We beat it up on the first try. That's great to see too. But yeah, that car has a lot of power in it, but if you can get used to it, it's amazing to drive. So yeah, how fast is Kaz? Fast, Oscar. I don't know how else to put it. I've watched him drive, like seriously drive on a simulator, and I can tell he is pretty fast. I would say probably somewhere around Hamilton's pace, a bit faster than that. I mean, back in the day when he was doing the other Gran Turismo games, he was probably a lot faster, like on Gran Turismo 3. Although those lap times that you had to beat, took a while to beat those for sure. So yeah, we got the diamond on the second round. Now we're moving on to the Brands Hatch Grand Prix circuit once again with the Mercedes-AMG GT3. I'm just gonna go in, watch his lap, try and beat it. So yeah, hi Sparks, thank you very much. Yeah, thanks. All the support I'm getting from you guys, I mean, wow, it really means a lot. Yeah, for manufacturers, it was amazing. We had a perfect 2 races, in my opinion, at the start. And that third race, it just kind of fell apart slowly. Start that, put it from this view. You can see the telemetry of Opaz. Buy some cars first. It's fine, Opaz. I have all the cars that were before this update came out. As far as I know, there aren't any 20 millions. So I'll be fine. Sure. My garage is full. So as he goes down into third gear for the first corner. He's back into third. Drops down to second. Maybe first. No, he doesn't go into first. Smart choice. third. Maybe stay in third gear for that left-hander, but you can see the Maestro, he's going in second. Brake on that one mark that's on the right. Down to second, okay. Be very careful on the exit there because the rear end will tend to get all very happy if you push it too much. Drag through the gears, go into fifth, probably drop down into fourth. There you go. Down to fourth. Do a lot of trail braking on that fast right-hander. Same for here. Down into third. There's a lot of curve on the inside. See Lewis there, just really putting the car on the limits. See, it's almost going off track. Staying in third gear for pretty much the most of that little section. Just before the one sign there on the left, you brake. Go early in, go into third. And wait until you can see the exit properly to feel you're confident, then push out. Just holding inside there on the right to save some time. So that's his lap. We need to beat a 122.965. So I think we can do it. We'll give it a try now. Sparks. Lagos was epic. Oh, you mean the Nations Cup? Yeah, I'd say that was one of the most interesting races of the World Final. A lot of battles, different strategies, which made it a lot more interesting for sure. Oh, we're understeering a bit. There you go. Yeah. That race was kind of a lot more fun than the others. I mean, for sure there were some other nice races like Monza. That was interesting because if you were able to figure out the tyres, kind of keep up in the dirty air, in the slipstream, and you change to the right time on the different tyres, you would have been able to make a huge difference in the last few laps. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see that in action, but it had that potential, and having that potential, it would have been really nice if it worked out differently for some drivers. Same for Le Mans too. That no chicane Mulsanne straight just meant a giant slipstream battle, which you guys all saw first lap. Yeah. And Lewis, maybe we can get a better run out of him in the last corner. No. 4/10 behind. Should be getting the gold. There we go. Got the gold.
Wow, I'm impressed.
That's nice. So definitely, for now, the most challenging event, Lewis Hamilton Time Trial Challenge, I believe, was the Dragon Trail Seaside one, for these first few that I've done for now. That dash chicane really takes a lot of nerve, a lot of patience to get right, and you can see the only reason why I couldn't beat him was constantly messing it up. So you have to really have a lot of care into getting that car through that corner. Yeah, clean. He's impressed. He beat me. He has a faster time than me. That's why. Yeah, no, just kidding. Oh no. There you go. Yep, no. Just lost the rear end. Oh, it's just dashed to the finish line. I'm going to beat him. Yeah, there you go. Just made it.
Wow, where did that come from? Mega lap.
Yeah, mega lap. Thanks, Lewis. I almost span out in the last corner. Yeah, that was a mega lap. So you can see plenty of fast guys pretty much the regulars, like Tiara Adam, who always does very well in the time trials. He's topping the leaderboards. With a bit more time, we would be able to get into those top 10s. I'll probably be able to, not be able to, I will spend time after this stream trying to beat it and try and get into the top 10s. So this is the one track I've heard, like I'm seeing these guys, someone said in the chat that this one is a particularly difficult time to beat. Looking here, friend rankings, everyone's doing 11s, 11-1, 11-2. Lewis did an 11-3 and just in beating some of these guys. Wow, the top 10, the 10th guy is doing 11.2. So yeah, Hamilton's got some speed on this one. This will be interesting. Okay, it was you, Dimitaro. It will be interesting for sure. If I can beat his time, which is close to the top 10, that will be very nice. Just have a look at his lap, see how he did it. Probably put a lot of time into this lap to get it right. Pop it into 4th. Stays in 4th. You can see his throttle input's very, very smooth. It's nice to see he's being careful on the brakes as well. Staying in 3rd gear, going into 2nd for that double, the 2nd right. Flat out this section. Yeah, he does. Doesn't have to take off. Stays in 5th. Brakes just before the 150 meter mark. Stays in 5th. It's a nice exit out there. Yeah, that's only 1/10 away from the 10th guy in the world. That's strange. I thought like the lines he was taking, the amount he was braking too, that didn't seem like he quite optimized the lap. But we'll have a go now, see what we can do. Never know, might be able to beat him. Ah yeah, there's the first mistake, doesn't stay in 4th. Oh, understeer. Cody, you need to remember this is a Group 3 car. Yeah, this car doesn't like going over these short, harsh curbs of Willow Springs. So far, going behind. Yeah, Lewis is driving very quick. Stays in 5th there. I make a mistake. We're 1.2 seconds off him now, so he's driving pretty fast.
That's a great time.
Yeah, he's driving pretty well at this track. He figured it out. Managed to hook it up nicely. So we'll see what we can do now on our second attempt. No, too late. perhaps Liberty. Could have done that. So right now we're about 2/10 off. Lost a lot of time in that one mistake that we did. Yeah, and he turns in a lot earlier on that final corner too. See, we lost time there going off track. Now we're only 2.5 tenths off.
Wow, I'm impressed.
Yeah, so we can beat this for sure. Yeah, for me, Willow Springs, I mean, it's a nice track. You can enjoy a good race here every now and then. But for me, it's not so amazing. Like, it's not my favorite track, but it's still a very nice place to race at. Like, I'll occasionally not be able to bring out my full pace for some reason. There we go, catching up a little bit. Got that exit nicely. Like in Group 4, yep. I think Group 4, Group 3 it's pretty much the limit of this track. Then it starts getting really fast and you feel like you're in party mode or something. Formula 1 is just so much accuracy is required on this track. If you just do one small mistake, that's it.
Don't sweat it. You'll get there. Just keep pushing.
Yeah, I will, Lewis. Thanks for the advice. Yeah, Dimitako, if you're still watching, I think this is kind of challenging for sure because it's a short lap. And if you make one mistake, there's nothing. Like, Lewis is able to get a fast enough line that he didn't lose really any time anywhere. It was pretty much kind of point and shoot with the throttle. So you got that very nicely. Got it good. Got that last corner very nicely too, so he knew the line. Probably Esteban Mulchi gave him some tips alongside his own driving style. Oh, almost there. Less than a tenth away.
Don't sweat it. You'll get there. Just keep pushing.
We'll make it. Yeah, it is hard to beat him. Especially at this track, you need to be really on pace and you get everything right to be able to beat him. That exit that he got out of that corner was amazing. Like, you can see we're in front of him, but that corner that he did, that was very good. Very good line. There's his Gran Turismo. Get a better exit here. Might even make it on the top 10. So yeah, there we go. We beat him.
Wow, where did that come from? Mega lap.
And it took us, what, 4 or 5 tries? Yeah. So this is definitely challenging. For anyone that's watching, like if you've gotten the DLC or if you haven't gotten it, either way, this is a nice way to challenge yourself. Yeah, we're almost in the top 10. About what, 4 thousandths. So yeah, this is really good part of the game. I think it's a nice way to hone your skills for sure, and it's just another challenge in Gran Turismo. You get to drive against Formula 1 6-time world champion Lewis Hamilton, and most importantly, you get to drive against the maestro of Gran Turismo Sport. So we're heading to Suzuka now with the, again, Mercedes AMG GT3, and we will keep driving through these events. I think the last one is with the Sauber C9. So I'm going to go to Suzuka and watch his lap and try and beat his time. He's been trying a couple of, wow. He's been trying for a few hours. Well, yeah, it is. I think it's that one was pretty difficult. But yeah, if you beat his time, you can say you beat Lewis Hamilton. And you're faster than him, exactly. This is the top 10 leaderboard. 57.5 to 58.9. Smooth and third long corner, so we can't beat him. In the second corner, you mean the long uphill right? My money. Nick Tube, I already have, my garage is full. There's nothing I need to buy. I'm fine. Trust me. I like seeing the 20 million at the top all the time. Makes me feel rich, believe it or not. So yeah, we're gonna watch Lewis here on Suzuka. Brakes just on the asphalt there on the left. I'll do that in a second. Yep, that's right, Dimitarko. All $20 million cars. Got them. Believe it or not, I do grind a lot to get some things when I really want them. How long do I play GTS? I'll tell you just as soon as we get on the next straight. Stays in fourth there. Drops down to third. Pulls the inside. He's very patient in the acceleration. There you go. Brakes. Takes off even on that fast right. Drops down to first. Goes in first. Goes out in first. I would typically change into second, but yeah. Liberty, I've been playing Gran Turismo since it came out. Basically, not every day, but on average about an hour and a half, 2 hours. That's usually on average when I really get into it. When I wanted to get the Platinum Trophy, for example. I spent like, I don't know, like 5 hours a day, maybe a tiny bit more than that, just doing one race over and over again, going through GT League. Let's see how he gets this 130R. Takes off in fifth, doesn't go into sixth. See, Lewis doesn't really want to go into sixth a lot, which is interesting by him. Yeah, usually when I want to get something like a trophy or I want to earn credits, I really just spend a couple of hours hardcore racing. I'll have the music on, I'll just be listening to it to relax. Yeah. You are collector like real life. Well, to be fair, Dimitarko, some collectors, they don't drive those 20 million cars. When I get it, I do drive it. I want to know what I'm getting for my money at least. Just do a lap or two. Some guys, they'll probably just leave it in the garage, all pretty and beautiful, and that's it. Now we're going to try and beat his time. We need to beat what time do we need to beat? Something like 1:59.0. So here we go. steer. I'm just gonna turn the ghost on if I can do that now. Yeah, I need to go out for that. Sorry guys. Come on, change it. Because this way you guys can get a representative, accurate representation of how far I'm behind or how much I'm in front of them. Yeah, I don't get it either, Super Dimitaco. It's like, you don't... I've had some conversations about this, and my opinion is that if you buy a car... So there's his ghost. If you buy a car and you don't drive it, then that basically... Oh yeah, we're going wide. I'm just going to retry that. But if you buy a car and you don't drive it, that literally stops that car from being a car. Like, you buy a car to drive it. If you just leave it there, look at it. I know some cars are a piece of art. I understand that, but if you don't go and drive them every once in a while, it doesn't feel like you're a... It doesn't feel like a car anymore. Sometimes it's just so much pleasure in driving. You have to go and do it. So Lewis is really doing well here at Suzuka. Getting a slightly different line than him. He's probably going to get a nice exit out of here. Oh, there we go. I go off track. That's it. Expensive furniture. Expensive furniture. Maybe. Just that premium leather seat. Just sit in that and that's it. Yeah, so you could call it something like that, but it's really important to enjoy the cars as they are. Oh, that was close. We get a better exit than Lewis here. Temporarily in front. Go wide here slightly. There we go. Slightly better exit. Drop down our fourth. Oh, almost losing the car. Yeah, that wasn't an absolutely stunning two-corner circuit. Yeah, I generally go into second early in Mercedes. That's how I get out of the corners faster. And I feel like the car is better suited for that kind of thing in lower speeds. Like, I know some other vehicles manufacturers, they'll be able to stay in first and they're actually faster that way. But for the Mercedes, I think if you change early into second, it's actually faster. I don't know, maybe I'm right, because I've been driving this thing for, like, what, 2.5 years now, so I should know. Oh, can we beat him on the exit? No! I'm holding the inside. Come on. Ah, we didn't beat him.
Wow, I'm impressed.
Yeah, less than a tenth away from Lewis on our first proper lap. Give that another go. Stand garage become... Yeah, exactly, Dimitavko. Try that again. For everyone that's watching and still hasn't had a go at this DLC, I suggest you do. But another piece of advice is that when you're driving, Play around with the brake balance. See here, I'm going from negative to plus. It's a good idea to give that a try because the car, as some people have mentioned here in stream, tends to understeer. And you can really alter the handling of the car if you change that brake balance. There's now 2 ghosts. It's going to be hard to keep track of. This is nice. Can't get rid of it, so that's a permanent feature right now. If you thought 1 ghost was confusing, there you go, you have 2 now. You can see in front of me, as long as I'm behind, where I was losing, where I was gaining. Get a better exit. Far better exit. Catching up to Mr. Hamilton now. Yeah, generally, when you change your brake balance around, you want to go more towards the rear with this car. Stay in third. The exit is spoon. You don't want to go into second. I'm pretty much matching myself at this point. We go off wide. Dirty tires for the next corner. Anywhere near him. Just finished the lap nonetheless. And yeah, for this last part of the Suzuka circuit, coming out of the last...
Don't sweat it. You'll get there. Just keep pushing.
Thanks, Lewis. Coming out of the last corner, you really want to hold the inside. If you can get a handle of the rear end after coming out, and then throw the car on the inside, that's going to buy you another 10th in terms of lap time. You can really maximize it well. It's just a good idea if anyone's going out there and they want to try and beat Lewis. It's just that one small thing that can make a difference. So here we go again. Third decent lap, supposedly. That's a lot better this time around. Oh no. Yeah. But right now for me, I feel like this Suzuka time trial is actually a bit more difficult than the Willow Springs one, so this could actually be the more difficult of the challenges so far. Because Lewis is actually driving very fast as Suzuka. He loves Suzuka. As far as I know. If you're able to beat him here, that means a lot. A better exit. Hold it in fourth. Drop down to third, hold the inside right. Keep it a bit more right so you can optimize your left here. Go on the curve on the left. Hold the inside right once again. Stay in third. Keep it right here to optimize your exit. Don't be too greedy on the throttle. Hold it on the inside. Push out in third, fourth. Go into fifth. Brake before the 50-meter mark on the left. Down in fourth. Try and avoid the outside bit of the track there. Generally in the Mercedes, you stay in third. Or take off slightly here. Down to first. Get more maneuverability there in the lower gear. Into second. Accelerate out in second. So you can get a better, more traction out of your car. Hold the inside here. The sustained right. Just gains a bit more time. You can see I'm getting in front of Lewis. Brake here on the patch of asphalt right. Don't miss the corner like I did there. That's a restart. We'll get there. We can beat him. Suzuka is also one of those tracks. It's very difficult and very demanding. If you make one mistake, that's it. You have to be very precise with your car positioning. And if you make a mistake, there's really no way you can get that back. Like I said, fourth. Try and get as much out of the curbs as you can, but don't take too much. Don't take the grass on the inside. Maybe stay in second temporarily in that part. Have some help with engine braking. Don't brake late here like I did. See, we still got a better exit, but you usually tend to lose more time than you gain if you brake late for the hairpin. Braking a patch of asphalt here. Better yet, just brake before it. Stay in third. Careful on the throttle, then push out. Don't use the green AstroTurf on the right, because that's going to spin you out. Right through the gears, 4th, 5th, and 6th. Lewis stays in 5th here. I think that's not the best choice, because you go down 5th, use that engine braking to have more maneuverability of the car. If you're intentionally upsetting it so that it can turn more. For the final chicane, you just stay in second, get a nice exit out of there, and you hold to the right to control your distance to the line. There you go, we beat Lewis once again.
Where did that come from? Mega lap.
Another mega lap. It was great. I heard his Fraga are using... Yeah, Laverty, that's just preference in the end. You can see we're kind of just outside. Once again, we're outside of the top 10, just there, about a 10th off. So we could get there if we pushed a bit more. That is up to them. That's just personal preference, to be fair, Laverty. Maybe I know something about it. No, there is no secret. It's just, it's basically, how it works is that's the only way the game transfers its feedback to your hands. You could be just as fast and have totally random settings if you know how the car acted in every single moment. But if you just do this and you get used to a single setting, you become accommodated to it, and you'll find that over a race distance you can perform better. So I could just go on something completely different now, and I would probably still be able to, maybe still be able to beat him in the Lewis Hamilton time. So I was just trying flat out. Maybe. I wouldn't say so. I'm gonna have a look at his lap again. Pretty simple one here. Just you need to look out for your braking points. So we'll see where he brakes now. Maestro. 150 meter mark, maybe just before it dropped down the second. Hold on the inside of those curbs. Accelerate out smoothly. If you put too much trust on the throttle, is just going to spin out. This number does nothing. Yeah, that's true clean. Although some people just use it superstition wise and they put on a preferred number. Brake before the patch of concrete on the right, or And really make sure your outside tyres are just outside those sausage curbs, otherwise you'd get a penalty. For the 2 Lesmos you brake at the 50-meter mark for the first one, stay in third. Brake at the second 50 again for the second part of the Lesmos. Go out in third, just push. Fourth, fifth. Now let's see if Hamilton stays in sixth. Fifth. Stays in fifth. Again. Drops down to third. Uses a lot of the inside curb. Pulls the inside on both right and left of the Ascari chicane. Really using a lot of revs. Dragging every ounce of power you can out of the car. Brake right on the 100-meter mark, hold it on the inside in third. And you can see Lewis actually doesn't hesitate. He intentionally takes off the throttle more. And the reason behind that is that you can get a more inside exit. You don't see it here, because he probably just took a wider line for instructive purposes. But you generally want to hold the inside on the last corner if you want to set a fast lap. Race pace, you want to go more out wide so you can save tyres, get a good slip and whatnot. But generally in a fast lap, you gain more time by holding the inside right. There, Lewis. Got a slightly slower exit than us. So by once it seems like one of the easier ones, just coming out of that first chicane right there. Because I didn't brake on time, braked a little bit late, messed up the exit slightly, and we're still able to pull away. Meter mark, hold the inside. Yeah, so this is definitely, I'd say, is one of the easier ones. You can really gain a lot of time mastering those corner exits. Just keeping a nice line, nice and tidy. Patient on the throttle, pushing the car on the limit. See, now we're 7/10 in front. Down in third, you hold off the acceleration intentionally so you can hold the inside now. See, we're going to be gaining time. You see, half a tenth, almost a whole tenth. You gain just by holding the inside on that last corner.
Wow, where did that come from? Mega lap.
So yeah, we beat Hamilton by 8 tenths in this one. Hey Smokey, unlucky. Well, I wouldn't say unlucky. First of all, that was down to my skill. I messed up qualifying. Manufacturers was a different story. But pattern emerging, third last year, second this year. Yeah, everyone's indicating to that. Maybe, we'll see. I'd really much like to win. But there are many other players that are going to be pushing for that top spot, for sure. So you can see we actually made into the top 10 on our first lap. Mega lap. Now there you go, mega lap. Or that was a very, very good lap, yeah. Lewis Hamilton has another word for it. He said it in Canada when he did that 65th pole. Evening dude. Yeah, we'll see, Adam, hopefully. It'd be interesting. I would really... I'm gonna give it my all next year for sure. I'm not saying I didn't either this year, but new players are coming, talents are rising. The world tours are getting bigger and bigger every year, so It's not going to be easy. I can tell you that much. It's going to be just as hard, even harder than last year. And I'm going to have to give it every single bit if I want to have a chance. So, fair play, but still feel... Yeah, Smokey, it's fine. I'm very happy with how that event went. Like, first of all, I'm pleased with the result. I'm not the happiest, but I'm pleased with that result. I'm happy for Mikhail. He's my friend. And he really did put a lot of work into getting that one. And the fact that I didn't go too well in that qualifying, that just meant it made the job a lot easier for him. Otherwise, I would have been fighting. Yeah, he truly deserved it this time. Did everything right, and like I said, I'm happy for him. He's a great friend, and he deserves it. Nothing more. And what I'm particularly proud of is that I was able to pull back from that 7th starting position and come out with 2nd. The races, they were interesting, but difficult to progress. All the cars that were being used in that one, those 4 races, were all aerodynamically sensitive. The moment you get into someone's slipstream, it was very hard to keep up, to make any progress, and to try and overtake, especially in the first 2 races. So in that first race, I was able to make up 2 positions. I jumped from 7th to 5th with some smart moves. In the second race, it was all standstill. Spa in the wet with the super formulas. Yeah, well, I'll just talk Hamilton's lap through now. Yeah, I'm also proud that I did clean moves. There was not one piece of contact from my side that entire weekend. So Lewis Hamilton, he's really getting this first corner nicely, pushing down in 5th. Thanks, Smokey. Staying in 30th for the turn 2, going up the hill. Dragging a 3rd, going to 4th, probably takes off here a little bit. Drops down a 2nd. It's careful in acceleration. You can see how smooth his input is there. That is something that I've been trying to learn for a long time. Yeah, just look at it, he's just taking off slightly, really modulating that throttle, getting it nicely. Carter limits here in 4th. Not going to 5th. Some nice lines. Yeah, lots of speed and consistency. I was trying. That's what I work on a lot, Smokey. So for me, maybe that's my flaw. I work a lot more on race pace than I do on qualifying. Like, I really try to streamline my strategy, streamline the tire wear, the fuel wear, so that I can be fast in the race, and if I have to push, I can get the works done, get the overtakes done. Excuse me. But yeah, I think I need to work a bit more on qualifying, that's for sure. Hey Fabro, welcome. Glad to see you've got it. Hope you enjoy it, mate. I think it's going to be a challenge for the people that got it. It's a challenge for me. And looking at here, Hamilton's getting these corners very nicely. So it's not a slow time. He's slow at all. You have to put in a lot of effort to do this properly, to really beat him. Yeah, definitely gathering a strong fan base. Attitude, bud. Didn't mean to downplay it 2nd. Yeah, I'm really doing my best to find the positives. And I think you'll rarely find me without a smile at the World Tour events. I really just try to send out a positive vibe, and I think that that's very important when you go to a World Tour. If you don't go into the World Tour with a right attitude, you're just setting yourself up for failure. If you don't think, yes, I can do it, or you don't think we've definitely got a chance this time, or, oh, you know what, he's up there, I'm going to beat him. I don't, like, it could be Mikaza, it could be Fra, it could be Miyazono, it could be even Lewis Hamilton, you never know, he might even qualify with one of these things the way he's driving right now. But the important thing is, don't let a name scare you. Don't let where you qualify scare you too. You need to think every corner is an opportunity, every opening in their defense is a place where you can put your car in there and you can make a move. I've made some mistakes in the past. Unfortunately, I've been trying to learn from them. Unfortunately, it hasn't all gone all rosy this year. I've made some mistakes. I've cracked on the pressure.
So let's see who's the king of the mountain.
But yeah, let's just use the king of the mountain now. Try and beat Lewis this time. See, so far about almost a tenth in front. Read the comments at the end of the lap, guys. Try and beat this on my first try. Oh, there we go. Touch the wall. Yeah, and he gets out nicely. Yeah, he's definitely been practicing for this one. Yeah, no. Yeah, so we missed a few corners here, but we can definitely beat that for sure. But the way he's getting it, I think he put a bit of time into this lap. The way he went over Skyline and got those corners, that was the ideal line. Definitely a good job by him. We are gaining slightly, but those mistakes in the middle lap, that's what cost us.
Wow, I'm impressed.
Yeah, we're going to try that again. Of course we are. Yeah, racing no penalties. I agree, Adam. So, really try and drive with the best. Like I am right now. That's going to help me, for sure. Push out third. He really nailed that apex. Braking right and everything. Touch the wall. Now being surrounded by two lovely AMG GT3 Ghosts. Third early there. Don't hit the wall on the right like I did there on the previous lap. Take off early, down to third. Brake down to third just a little bit more than second. Try not to hit the wall on the right, just like I did. Yeah, see you later, Fabro. Keep driving with the best, mate. Now I'm gonna have to outbrake Lewis here. Just about did that, but missed the apex slightly, so he's gonna get the better exit. Going on the grass doesn't help either. Can't beat him just yet.
Don't sweat it. You'll get there. Just keep pushing.
Yeah, it was awesome, Smokey. I was actually part of the Q&A that he did. So they got the 4 World Tour winners for the Nations Cup, and they got the winner of the Motorsports Games, which was me, up on the stage. And the way it works is that we were the people that were asking the questions. Unfortunately, last time everyone was able to put their hand up and volunteer to ask a question, but Lewis unfortunately just didn't have the time, and we just had to end it there. So this time it was a bit more organized, and I like that. So, and the fact that I was able to ask him a question, being a Mercedes-Benz fan, being a fan of Lewis as well, just meant a lot. It's really a big honor to be up on stage with him, face to face, and to ask him some of the questions that hopefully you guys, when you have a look at it, are some questions that you would have wanted to ask him as well, being a 6-time world champion, Formula 1. So I want to stay in third here in the corkscrew. Push out in third. The car has that power. Don't hit the wall on the left, like I did. Nice. Out in exit. Can optimize corner speed. Get the most of this back straight. Yeah, we're currently in front. See you later, Dimitar, for all the best. Not miss the corner this time. Better exit, sorry, better entry. Still got a better exit. And we beat Lewis Hamilton. There you go.
Wow. Where did that come from? Mega that.
When is Q&A coming out? Well, there was a video of it, but that it wasn't the entire one. You can see there were about 2/10 outside of the top 10, so we can get that. For now, I'll have to do. We'll just move on to the next one. Just keep beating Lewis. We've got 3 events left to go. So the next one is Interlagos with the AMG GT3. Gonna go in there. His time to beat is a 30.923. So yeah. Q&A. The rest of it, I'm not sure. Clean. I would have loved it if they could have live streamed the entire thing from start to finish, because I think it all went smoothly, in my opinion. But I respect the fact that they want to release it bit by bit. So you guys will just have to be patient. We'll see. Hopefully it'll come out sooner than later. And yeah, the questions that I asked him hopefully be of some interest to you. And I think you'll really like Lewis's answers. So the first time here is under 130. Lewis's time is 130. Okay, so we might be able to beat it. Get close to it maybe. We'll see what time he does. Would have been cool, definitely clean. The live stream, it would have been nice. But yeah, it is what it is. When it comes out, I think you'll really like it. Definitely Smokey. That's my goal. He holds second there. If you noticed, just really dragging through the gears here. If you noticed during the event, there was a driver Mercedes-Benz works driver Adam Christodoulou that was at the event. That man, he is living my dream. I have to say it, he's living my dream. He's racing in GT3s and GT4 occasionally, just for Mercedes-Benz. And when you race just for Mercedes-Benz and you get paid to do that in real life, this is just crazy. I would love to do that. That's why I'm always choosing Mercedes. That's why I'm always driving with them in the GT4 and GT3 category. Because I love Mercedes. And I love the sound of these AMG GTs. I love how they handle. I love how they look. Yeah. Hopefully, maybe one day. Yeah, I don't care either, mate. I mean, I care about this time trial, but I don't care. I don't care one bit. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I beat you in a FI practice tomorrow. If you come and try it out. But yeah. So top time on the leaderboard, we saw it was under 30. Lewis's time is at 1:30.9. We'll try and beat that now. There you go. Seeing you and you're getting noticed. Just hopefully Smoky. Hopefully. We'll see. Others lines, yeah. I like how he doesn't cut the track at all. And I like how he doesn't miss his braking either. It's very nice. So just gonna keep going. We're gonna see if we can catch up by the end of this lap. Yeah. About a second away from him. You can see if I can catch up just a tiny bit more. He really sticks to the limits of the track, the true limits of the track. He stays with his inside tires within the white lines, and that's exactly how you're supposed to be driving. Look at him now. Look at this hairpin. He doesn't cut it. If you wanted to really go fast, you would cut that. You can see Lewis, he's putting the car exactly where it's supposed to go, on the exact limits of the track that are in real life. And with Gran Turismo being the real driving simulator, it's doing a nice job of representing them, showing how the game should really be played. Struggle with race pace manufacturers. Really? Okay, so what is the next round? Like, I just want to know which tracks they're on. That's it. I'm gonna move on from that because this isn't part of the stream. But I haven't looked at the championship in a while. So here we go. We're gonna try and beat Lewis now after missing the first corner. A little bit earlier this time. So still go wide. Catching up with the... Oh, that could be a penalty. Okay. Yeah, I'll be streaming the practice for the Nations Cup Manufacturing Series tomorrow. So yeah, thanks for telling me, Smokey. See how we go there. Slow down penalty. Just like Suzuka, Lewis is very fast here at Interlagos. So this is also quite challenging. Better exit. The thing is, you want to hold the inside left here, but saw what Hamilton did there. He actually went wide before turning in, and by the time he turned into the left, he was carrying. He didn't have to turn
Don't sweat
too
it.
much.
You'll get there. Just keep pushing.
Yeah, I'll do that. Thanks, Lewis. You didn't have to turn quite as much left, and that means I scrubbed off more speed, having to turn left more. So that was smart by him, just keeping a bit to the right so he can straighten his line for that technically the last corner of the lap. So here we go. Hopefully third time lucky. Perhaps we can beat him this time around. Here we go. Yep. Neck and neck with Lewis. Better exit. Order here on the left so you can get far better entry. Don't brake late like I did. Definitely don't want to do that. And so you can see how much time I'm gaining by doing that. Currently, that's what you can do in GT Sport. But in real life, your inside tires would be dirty from touching a different part of the track that isn't usually raced on. Because of that, you just lose grip, and your next corner would be severely compromised. He hangs it out a bit there to the right and then goes left. Gains a bit of time, as you can see. But because I got a better exit out of the second last corner, I was able to just simply go faster. So there you go, we beat him once again.
Where did that come from? Mega lap.
Yeah, that's got to be my 7th mega lap for now. It seems that if you get a penalty, he says, don't worry, it's fine, you'll get there. If you get gold, that was good. And if you beat his time, mega lap. So yeah, for anyone that wants to hear him say mega lap, you want to go and beat him. So here we go, Nürburgring GP. This was the time, maybe not this time, but the first guided lap from Lewis Hamilton was on this track. So I think it was a 157 back then. Of course, the game physics have changed quite a bit. So he's definitely going fast. He's put a bit more time into his lap. Probably found another second and a half. And that is a nice lap for sure. Penalty zone for... Yeah, we'll have a look at that tomorrow. Right now, I'm not really concerned about it. Just change it here. Start that. Here, again, typical Lewis Hamilton. Doesn't go into 6th. Brakes on the asphalt on the left. Drops it down into 1st. Sorry, it's out into 1st. Yep. He does that same thing. If it were me, I would accelerate out in 2nd, but Maestro surely knows something that I don't. Keeps it in 2nd there for the chicane, comes out in 2nd. Maybe if you're carrying a lot more speed, you can go early in 3rd. Drops it down into 3rd here for this left-hander. Hold it left a bit more so you can optimize the entry on the line for this right. Push out using the AstroTurf on the left. The asphalt, the concrete. Brake just as the textured asphalt starts on the left, coming into the hairpin. Stay in 2nd, hold the inside. Into the Schumacher S. Take off slightly, hug that inside left curb, even go over it to get the car turned. Holding fourth, he avoids the asphalt on the right into this chicane. That is interesting. That just gives us more room to improve, I guess. Pushes out nicely, holds a nice tight line, good and tidy. Brakes right after the change of asphalt, drops down to second, into first. And you can see that once again, he's adhering very strictly to the track limits that would be in real life. He's not hitting that small cone. Let's just have a look at that again from outside view. He's just missing that curb up there on the left, on the right. So he really is playing playing this as it should be. And very clean. Very, very, very well done by him. Hardly any task, but yeah, definitely. It's surprising how well he's able to drive. Really, really fast. Yeah, it's like a Sunday drive. You're looking at it, and it looks slow, but it's actually fast. So, and that's it's an interesting paradox. You'll see it many times. It looks like he's just driving, going out for a Sunday drive, taking corners very precisely, but very smooth on wheel input, and it's just so fast. And that's one of the driving styles that's probably characteristic for Lewis. He's able to do that nicely without having to make any mistakes. If you can learn that, that would be a very valuable tool, something like endurance racing. We're dropping down to third, on the inside and some. Push out, maximize the exit speed. Brake at the start of the textured asphalt on the left. Hold the inside. Push out in second. Don't use too much curve on the exit there. Holding fourth, use the curve on the inside so you can get the car rotated. Push out fourth. That nicely. Oh, it's gonna be close. Yeah, we just missed off.
Wow, I'm impressed.
Yeah. So we made a mistake last corner. We understeered a bit too much. Try that again. we go. We're gonna have to brake a bit later than last time here. Something like that. Still a bit too early. There we go, beat him.
Wow, where did that come from?
Yeah.
Mega lap.
We'll go another mega lap. That's good. So, we've done all but one. Now we're going to move on to the final challenge for now and see what we can do against Lewis Hamilton at the Nordschleife in the Mercedes-Benz Sauber C9. This thing is a beast of a car. It's very, very difficult to tame it. You see Hall there smashing absolutely everyone on his favorite track. There's a 5-minute 28.9. That's 10 seconds faster than Lewis. That's very fast. When I saw Kazunori drive on the Nürburgring on this Lewis Hamilton time challenge in Monaco, Kazunori looked fast, and I thought, well, Lewis is definitely on it for this time. For that time for sure. And now seeing Hole do that, wow. Yeah, he probably pretty much aced the corner. And yeah, mega lap by Holland for sure. So this is a longer one. We're gonna watch it all nonetheless. See how he gets through the lap. Drops down into first. Goes in the second. Whoa, and you see that? Almost losing it with the acceleration. Pushing it fourth, dropping it down to third, second. Even being very patient on the throttle. Really nurturing the car through the corners. Holland Park, definitely smoking. He loves this track. Has to take off a bit in fourth, and push it into fifth through this fast section. A lot of micro adjustments in the steering input. Flat out that left section. Brake just as the curb ends on the left, hold it in second on the inside. Push out, go into third, fourth, fifth. Does he do that? Yes, he grabs fifth as well. Wow, yeah. See, on the limit there, almost going off track. Touching the curb on the inside, almost threw him off. Braking late there, almost going off track. It's really a do or die. Lewis is doing very well, keeping the car on track. So staying in third, dropping down to second. No first, he stays in second there. Second, maybe if you can go fast enough, you could do it in third. I think he did these in chase cam. I'm not sure. He said during the interview that he uses chase cam, so he drives like this, which is, it doesn't have to be always like that. I mean, maybe when he's at focusing, he's using this view, or maybe cockpit view. maybe even review. But in all honesty, I think he did it maybe using this one. Using this view. The way he's getting some of these corners, you can see where the tires are in chase cam, but you can't see them, you can't feel it that well. And I honestly think he was using something like this, like bumper cam. To really get a much better sense of the speed and really feel like he's going into those corners quickly. Then again, what do I know? He's the maestro. He definitely chose something that was faster for him. And if it's faster for him, it might even be faster for me. Yeah, I think exactly. In all honesty, I think Lewis is just pulling a bit back. He's not really showing his full potential just yet. And like he said, he's actually going to be working on these times. These laps will be improved by him throughout the duration of the time trial challenge. So as he gets faster and faster, it's going to be harder and harder for us to catch him. Finish lap. Yeah, exactly clean. I'd agree. Yeah. Like, these aren't the final laps by Lewis. He's going to be, when he has free time, which he says is usually in the winter, during the break, which is now. It's a good time. He's always going to be trying to improve the laps. So, like I said, this is a good challenge. The first time we beat him now, it was a bit easy. We're like, it's not that hard. But you give him time, you give him like a week or two, and he'll come back and he'll set a new time and be like, oh wow, man, where did you find that? Where did you find those few tenths in that corner? Well, how do you do this? And he's gotten so much faster since the last time. And yeah, I think that's a good that he's left maybe a bit of time on the table, like Smokey said, so that he can really improve and set a challenge for the Gran Turismo community. So here we go. I'm going to try see what I can do. Oh, there you go. Group C car and a very dangerous racetrack. Something as fast as this. It's very easy to get something wrong. About 7 tenths down. We managed to pull back about 6 of them. Typically you want to drain the gears as much as you can in the Sauber C9. That's where all the power comes from. They're using the revs towards the end of the gear. Oh, but not going off track like that. So we're going to retry. That wasn't good. Hi Kazuya, thank you very much. See, Haven't even finished the first sector and we're almost second in front of Lewis. It's good to see. Shane in fourth, going to fifth. There you go. Need to remember to brake early here on the left. Early off here. Sorry for being a bit quiet, guys. Just really have to focus for this one. It's currently about 3.3 seconds in front of the Maestro. That corner very nicely. No. Come on. I don't want to spin out. That's better. What is Mercedes? Come on, Anthony. You gotta be kidding me. What have you been driving for the last 6 months? Huh? What have we got in those two first places with, eh? Got it with the best or nothing. Yeah, look, everyone, FT Ants, amazing teammate. Fellow Mercedes-Benz driver, and with him we came second in the world at the FIA Gran Turismo FIA certified World Finals in Monaco. Amazing guy. Oh, we'll go a bit wide. Oh, going, pushing, still okay. Haven't gone off track yet on this lap. Should have stayed in third for that one. And we push. Coming out onto the dotting the hill, we're about almost 6 seconds in front of Lewis. Here we go, come on, we're gonna make it. We're gonna get, what, 5:35, maybe? We don't mess up the last corner. And this one after it. Nice tidy through here. No silly stuff with the throttle. There we go. 6.5 seconds.
Wow, where did that come from? Mega lap.
In front of the Maestro. So yeah, that was a mega lap, Lewis. Thank you. What do you all get with the DLC? Well, you get about 11 time trials or 10 time trials in which you can beat Lewis. About every single one apart from this one is using the AMG GT3.
It's one make.
It's a one make. No one else can choose a different car. And for this final one, you use the Sauber Mercedes C9. So for now we're 6th top 10 leader, but there's definitely a lot of more time in there. We can get closer to Hull for sure. But the important thing is we beat Lewis. And Anthony, after that, Lewis Hamilton comes back and he tries to beat you.
Congratulations on achieving all diamond times on all tracks. I'm super, super impressed. It took me forever to get those laps, just so you know. So it is very, very difficult, very complex. Obviously, having to use all your skills, you know, finding the right braking balance, finding the right braking points, the turning points, hitting the right apexes, and just having that consistency. So trust me, I did plenty of laps. So happy that you've done it. What I would just want to say is that if you use what you've used to deliver those laps on those multiple tracks, if you use that in your everyday life, that determination, that drive, and that sheer will to improve and be the best you can be, I truly believe if you use that same focus, you can really achieve incredible things. So make sure you apply that to your everyday life, because that's what I do. And that's why I'm able to do all the different things as well as race. So I just want to encourage you to do that and be the best you can be. But until then, I've got to go away now and try and beat your times. But I want to say thank you for playing. Thank you for your consistency and your energy. Take care and keep driving hard.
Driving with the best. So what do we get from Lewis? Wow. This is interesting. A Mercedes-Benz AMG Vision Gran Turismo Lewis Hamilton edition. That thing looks crazy.
That's great.
Yeah, it's great. Really, really great. We're just going to let this spin around for a bit. Got some very nice words there from the Maestro. And as you saw there, he's just going to keep trying to improve. He's going to go and beat those laps and do all he can to make it harder for us in the Lewis Hamilton time trial. So it took him forever to do those laps. We did in about just under 2 hours. So considering we'd made second place in the World Finals twice, it was never going to be too hard for us, but we did it. So I don't want to spoil this, guys. That's all for tonight. Until next time, driving with the best.